There have been only rumors about Sony Santa Monica's next game after releasing God of War Ragnarok Valhalla, and now director Cory Barlog has teased more about it on Twitter. Barlog posted saying that he's seen some early things coming together on this thing he's working on right now, and the people he gets to work with at Santa Monica are just beyond brilliant. Video games are cool. There's barely anything to go on with this post, but we can conclude that Santa Monica's next game is moving along fine, a contrast from other Sony studios that have seen projects get cancelled recently. Barlog's next game has been rumored to be a space adventure of sorts, but the studio has also been linked with a remake of the original God of War after Teases in Valhalla. Here's hoping they can show it really soon. What would you like the next Santa Monica project to be? When do you think they will reveal it? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Welcome to Hype for Games. Here are more gaming news that you need to know. Larian Studios is also working on their next game as they talk about it with GameSpot during last week's CDC, which studio director Sven Vink described as a very big RPG that will dwarf them all. That game may not even arrive in this gen as there's some tech they don't have yet, and the director hopes that next gen specs bring them closer to realizing that vision. The developer is also hard at work on a new update for Baldur's Gate 3 according to Vink in an interview with IGN. They will be expanding evil endings which should give a better closure to some evil characters. Besides that, they are working closely with Wizards of the Coast, Sony and Microsoft to enable cross-platform curated mods so that people on consoles can enjoy the mods made for PC. In related Larian Studios news, there were some concerns the company had ended on bad terms with Wizards of the Coast, as they were giving up the Dungeons & Dragons IP and wouldn't work on anything else Baldur's Gate after they are done with 3. Wizards of the Coast parent company Hasbro sent a statement to IGN where they explained that Larian has been an incredible partner and they are proud of the success of Baldur's Gate 3. Are you looking forward to the next Larian game after Baldur's Gate 3? Do you think they should have kept working in the franchise? Voice your thoughts in the comments. Next, we're back to more speculation about Xbox games arriving on PS5 after some comments from GameIndustry.biz head Chris Ring in the latest Game Industry Microcast. In the episode, Ring spoke about Xbox being in real trouble as a hardware manufacturer, with one of the reasons being that the console's performance in Europe is just flatlining as they keep falling after each monthly report. He continued saying that he heard from one major company at GDC who released a big game last year and wondered why they bother supporting Xbox as a platform given most of their sales are coming from PS5 and PC. As a result, Ring believes that the majority of Microsoft games will be coming across to PS5 at some point, assuming it progresses as Xbox believes it probably will. Microsoft only confirmed 4 games would launch for PS5 and Switch in their business update last month, but if those games do well in sales, it's hard not to think they would try with more games, as part of their every screen is an Xbox strategy. And we have seen already that Sea of Thieves has reached the top of the pre-order rankings on PS5, so they are doing pretty well. Do you believe Microsoft will end up launching more games on PS5? Share with us in the comments. Now time for a round of quickfire gaming news. And speaking of Xbox games that may arrive on PlayStation, Bethesda has posted a new art piece on Twitter celebrating the Elder Scrolls 30th anniversary, a series that started with the Elder Scrolls Arena for PC. At the end of the letter, they confirmed that the Elder Scrolls 6 is playable in its earlier builds, and they hope to bring the same joy, excitement and promise of adventure as their previous games. It's unclear if the Elder Scrolls 6 would happen for PS5, as Microsoft documents from the FTC case stated it would skip Sony's console, but their new multi-platform strategy has people thinking it will launch on PS5. Last week we saw a new Marvel game getting a wider reveal with Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra, but apparently the brand has another AAA game on the wraps in collaboration with NetEase. The game has not been officially announced, but it was brought up by leaker Kurakasis on Twitter back in January and this month. It's said to be the most likely a AAA multiplayer FPS set in the Marvel universe and targets PC, mobile and consoles. It's also unknown if it will be a live service game, but the studio's experience being MMO live service games almost guarantees it will fall under that model. After being criticized over Dragon's Dogma 2 for having many essential features tied to microtransactions or not available at all, Capcom has laid out its update plans for the game. For all platforms, they will add the option to start a new game when save data already exists, change the number of art metamorphosis items available at pawn guilds to 99, enable a quest earlier to acquire the item that allows you to save your game, plus text display and bug fixes. Then only for consoles they will add the option to switch on or off motion blur, ray tracing, and set the frame rate variable or capped at 30 FPS, with further frame rate improvements coming later. Let's talk about another RPG in Bioware's upcoming Mass Effect 5, and while there's not much to go on, executive producer Michael Gamble has reassured fans about the talent working behind their next space opera. He replied to a fan on Twitter asking if the studio has enlisted trilogy veterans for the sequel, to which Gamble confirmed that the executive producer, art director, creative director, and game director are all indeed trilogy vets. It may take a while until we see more of their work though, as the studio is trying to finish Dragon Age, with the Mass Effect team supporting. As for new releases, Level 5 has confirmed that the upcoming Inazuma 11 Victory Road will be getting a beta on PS4, PS5 and Steam, besides the already announced Switch beta as a way to test crossplay. The Switch beta will kick off this March 28th, but there's no date for the beta on PlayStation and PC yet. Players looking forward to Stellar Blade finally get the chance to try the game's demo, as it officially launches this Friday, March 29th, offering the first 2 hours of gameplay to try and save progress carrying over to the full game when it launches on April 26th. It's the same demo that was published early on March 8th and later pulled from the PlayStation Store, as it indeed was published 2 weeks earlier than planned. The demo will also have a surprise for those who finish the first stage according to the game's director. But if you prefer to travel to a futuristic city instead, CD Projekt Red's popular first-person RPG Cyberpunk 2077 is getting a 5-hour trial starting this March 28th and until the 31st. The game currently has a trial on PlayStation Plus Deluxe and Premium that gives you 5 hours as well, but this time it doesn't require any subscriptions to play. And those are the PlayStation stories for today. Let me know what you think in the comments below, give this video a thumbs up or down to let me know your feedback, check out more content you may like as well, such as an update on Sony Ben's next game, and subscribe for more on PlayStation. Thank you so much for watching, my name is Joseph, this is Hype for Games, and I'll see you on the next one.